In this video, I will teach you how to get paid and how to manage your finances as a freelance web designer. And I hope your attention span is strong enough to watch this video for at least 10 minutes, because if not, I'm afraid you won't make it in business. I don't care how talented you are, if you don't manage your finances properly, your web design business will be in shambles. So pay attention to this video because it's very important. If you are new here, I'm the founder of the Web Designers Collective, which is an international community of web designers. My current mission is to create the most comprehensive and complete web design course in the world and share it with everyone completely for free. This video is part of that course, and I will leave a link in the description with the rest of the modules. And here are all the topics we'll cover: basic accounting and financial management, setting rates and managing invoices, and planning for taxes and savings. Let's begin. In this lesson, I will guide you through the essential parts of managing your finances as a freelancer. You will learn how to track your earnings and expenses by understanding key financial statements like the profit and loss, balance sheet, and cash flow statement. I will break each one down in a simple way so you can stay in control of your business finances and make smart decisions. Mastering these basics will help you stay organized and set yourself up for long-term success. Financial statements are documents that help you understand how your freelance business is doing financially. Even if you are not a financial expert, learning about these statements will help you manage your money better and avoid financial problems. Let's start by talking about the profit and loss statement, or P&L. The P&L shows how much money you've made and how much money you spent over a specific period, like a month, quarter, or year. It's like a report for your business that tells you if you are earning more money than you are spending. Usually at the top of the P&L, you will see the total earnings, called revenue. Below that, you will find the project cost. Subtracting this cost from the revenue gives you the gross profit. After that, you will see the operating expenses such as software, tools, and stuff like that. When you subtract the operating expenses from the gross profit, you get the operating income, which shows how much your business earned from its main activities. After that, you add any non-operating income, like royalties from selling a design template, for example, and then subtract tax deductions or other allowed expenses. And tax deductions are certain business-related expenses that reduce the amount of income you have to pay taxes on, like office supplies, travel, or software costs. And the amount you get after subtracting tax deductions is your taxable income. And then after paying taxes on your taxable income, the amount left is your net profit. If the number is positive, your business made money. If it's negative, you spend more money than you earned. If it's zero, that means your business is break-even, meaning the earnings exactly cover your expenses without profit or loss. Now let's talk about the balance sheet. The balance sheet gives you a snapshot of what your business owns, called assets, and what it owes, called liabilities, at a particular moment in time. Think of it like a photo of your business financial situation, okay? On one side, it shows what you have, like money in the bank or equipment you can use for work. On the other side, it shows what you owe, like loans, bills, or payments you need to make. The goal is for your assets to be more than your liabilities, meaning you own more than you owe. This statement helps you understand the value of your business and whether if you are financially stable or not. And finally, the cash flow statement. The cash flow statement shows how much money moves in and out of your business. It's like a tracker for the flow of cash, cash in and cash out. It's important because even if you have profits, you might run into trouble if your money isn't coming in when you need to pay your bills, all right? And this statement is very, very important because it helps you see when you will have enough cash to cover your expenses or if you need to adjust your spending. I prepared this spreadsheet which contains the main financial statements tailored for freelance web designers. And this is the profit and loss statement. We have the balance sheet here, the monthly cash flow, the revenue, and then the monthly expenses from January to December. All right. And these tabs right here, the balance sheet, revenue, and all the monthly expenses from January to December are connected to this other tab, the profit and loss statement. And that means that when we input data in those tabs, it appears here, okay? This spreadsheet contains a bunch of formulas that I crafted with a lot of love and dedication. Let me show you an example. Let's say a client paid us $10,000 for a project. So we would go here in the revenue tab, And then right here, we would add $10,000 right here. And then we go back to the profit and loss tab. And then we'll see it right here. And then we would see it here in the balance sheet, right here. And also in the cash flow tab, right here. So this is automatic. In this spreadsheet, whenever you see a note like this one, means that all these numbers are added automatically. Okay, so you don't have to enter anything manually right here. And it's the same thing here. Okay, and then here as well. All right. And then when you see this note in yellow, it means that you should add the data manually. Let me give you another example. Let's say in January, we go to a business event. So we would go here, where it says January. Then we will go right here, and then we will add the expense. Let's say is $2,000. And then as we can see right here, it will populate automatically. All right. Now let's quickly explore the balance sheet. And the balance sheet is like extremely important. And that's why you have to study it and get the hang of it. If you do, you will probably sleep easier at night because you will know exactly how your business is performing. And I want to emphasize this because a lot of freelancers make a lot of money, a lot of revenue. They have a bunch of clients and stuff like that, but they don't understand the difference between assets and liabilities. They don't understand what the net worth is and all that stuff, okay? And then they wonder, why am I broke if I'm making all this revenue? And that's because they don't know their numbers. For example, if you make $10,000 in revenue and you have $2,000 in expenses, don't go and withdraw everything, okay? You would have $8,000 in net income. So if you withdraw all of it, all right, you won't have capital to reinvest in the business, and that's bad, okay? However, if you withdraw only, for example, $3,000, all right, you would have some money to reinvest. And this is just an example, all right? It doesn't mean that every time you make $10,000, you withdraw $3,000, all right? This is just an example. And we have to factor in taxes as well. And here we can see that taxes are 0 because we did not add the tax rate right here, okay? But if we add the tax rate, let's say 35%, and we go back to the balance sheet, now we can see our taxes. Don't be intimidated by all these terms, okay? When you scroll down right here, you will find the description of each one so you can better understand them. So play with the numbers in these tabs and get a hang of it. You can also make a copy of this spreadsheet and save it to your Google Drive by going right here and then clicking here. To access this spreadsheet and other resources, you have to be a member of our web design community. And you can join for free by going to webdesignerscollective.com. Once you join our community, you can stop here and then hang out and talk with other designers. There are some amazing conversations happening here. And then to access the spreadsheet, you just have to click here where it says Classroom. And then here where it says Exclusive Guides and Documents. And then right here in the left column, you will see this section called Spreadsheets. Then when you click here where it says Freelancer Financial Statements, you will see this, okay? And then you click Access the Spreadsheet, and you will access the spreadsheet directly. If you have any questions about the spreadsheet, let me know in the comments or make a post in the community. Understanding these financial statements will help you run your freelance business more smoothly and plan for your future. They give you the tools to make smart decisions about saving, spending, and growing your business. All right, so now I hope you have a clear understanding about the main financial statements. Okay, now let's talk about budgeting and financial planning for web design projects. And pay special attention because I don't care how skilled you are as a web designer. If you don't get this right, your business will be in shambles, all right? So pay attention. Let's talk about resource allocation. When you start a new web design project, it's very important to allocate your resources wisely. Start by listing everything you need, okay? your time, tools, and any outside help you might need. You can just use pen and paper, all right, for this phase. For example, do you need a specific premium plugin or software for a specific feature? Will you outsource the development or handle it yourself? Next, estimate the cost and time for each resource. To do this practically, break down the project into specific phases like design, development, revisions, and final delivery. And then assign hours or days to each phase. And always include a 10 to 15% buffer for unexpected situations, like client revisions or technical issues, okay? You can use tools like Trello or Asana to visualize these phases, making it easy to adjust resources as needed, okay? Allocating resources properly helps you avoid delays and also ensures you stay within budget. If you are looking for a better way to plan and execute your web design projects, inside our free community at webdesignerscollective.com, you will find a free comprehensive tutorial on using Trello to keep track of your projects. I have personally experienced the challenges of not managing timelines properly, and trust me, it can lead to unnecessary complications. So don't make this a mistake, okay? Join our community for free and access this guide plus many other resources designed to elevate your web design project management and delivery. Okay, timeline estimations. Creating a reliable timeline is one of the most important steps in project management. The first thing you have to do is start by dividing the project into smaller, manageable tasks. For instance, if you are designing a homepage, you can break it down into wireframing, initial design, and client revisions. And then estimate how long each part will take. For example, if you think wireframing takes a day, maybe plan for a day and a half or 2 days to leave some breathing room. A practical tip is to use a project management tool like Notion, for example. But in Module 8, I will show you how to create an amazing digital workstation with a free but powerful open source tool where you can organize and manage your projects. When you finish organizing the project and figure out the timeline, share it with your client in advance, making sure they know when to expect updates and the final delivery. This is very important, okay? That way, if any delays happen, you've already set expectations and the clients will appreciate this clear communication. Here is a pro tip. When you send updates, ask for prompt feedback to avoid bottlenecks. And here is an example. This encourages timely feedback while maintaining a polite and professional tone, keeping the project moving forward smoothly. Okay, now it's time to talk about emergency funds. Every freelancer should have an emergency fund, and building this fund can be very simple if you start small. Begin by saving 10% of your earnings from each project. And I recommend using a separate bank account specifically for this purpose, so you are not tempted to spend it. And as you complete more projects, aim to grow this fund until it covers at least 3 to 6 months of your living and business expenses. And this ensures that even if your computer breaks, for example, or a client delays payment or work slows down unexpectedly, you won't be financially stressed. I highly recommend using Wise as a bank account for getting paid. I've personally used it for years without any major issues. It allows you to create multiple accounts in different currencies and set up digital jars to save money and prevent accidental spending. And please note, I'm not affiliated with Wise and I don't receive any compensation for mentioning them. This is simply my honest advice. Okay, so remember, a safety net gives you peace of mind and also keeps your business running smoothly in any situation. In this lesson, you've learned about understanding financial statements as well as budgeting and financial planning for web design projects. Let's move to the next lesson. In this lesson, we will dive deep into one of the most critical aspects of running a successful web design business, which is how to set your rates confidently and manage your invoices like a pro. Whether you are just starting out or looking to refine your pricing strategy, getting this right is essential for long-term success. We'll cover everything, okay? From choosing between hourly and project-based rates, to understanding the psychology behind pricing and how to handle invoices effectively so you can keep your cash flow steady. By the end of this lesson, you will feel more empowered to charge what you are worth and also have a streamlined system for getting paid on time. Now, I will guide you through the different pricing models you can use as a freelance web designer. The model you choose depends on the type of work you are doing and the preferences of your clients. The first model is hourly rate, and charging by the hour is very straightforward, especially when the project scope is flexible. You can calculate your hourly rate by determining how much you need to make each month to cover your expenses and keep a desired profit. For example, if your monthly goal is $5,000 and you plan to work 100 billable hours, your hourly rate would be $50. This method ensures that your pricing is aligned with your financial needs and workload. The second model is day rate, which is when clients pay for a full day of your time. And this is great for short projects or consultations. For example, if your hourly rate is $50, a typical day rate would be $400 for an 8-hour day. The third model is project-based pricing. For well-defined projects, charging a fixed price makes sense. Both you and the client agree on a total cost for the entire project, ensuring that everyone knows the scope and budget. To set this price, multiply your estimated hours by your hourly rate, then add a buffer for any revisions or additional tasks. For example, if you estimate 120 hours at a $50 per hour rate, you could charge $6,000 for the entire project. And then you can add an extra 10 or 15% as a buffer for additional tasks. You could also use a hybrid model, which is your fixed rate, for example, in this case, $6,000 for a set scope, and then $50 per hour for anything extra. And then the fourth model is a fixed monthly retainer. A fixed monthly price gives clients ongoing access to your services while ensuring predictable income for you. Instead of charging by the hour, set a flat fee that covers the work you will provide for each month. For example, a client might pay $2,000 per month for ongoing design updates, support, and other services. And this is a model that lawyers and accountants use a lot in order to offer ongoing services. So this approach works well for clients who need regular work and prefer a consistent monthly cost over fluctuating hourly fees. So now let's talk more in detail about how to calculate your rate. Setting your rate is key to ensuring you are paid fairly and meet your financial goals. Here is how you can calculate it. Number one, start with your initial monthly goal. Calculate how much you need each month to cover your living expenses, business costs, and desired savings. For example, if your expenses are $4,000 and you want to save $1,000, your monthly goal would be $5,000. Simple, right? Number two, estimate your billable hours. Not all your time will be billable, so figure out how many hours you can actually charge clients, okay? It's not 24 hours per day, right? Let's say you can realistically bill 100 hours per month, for example, okay? So that would be about 24 hours per week. And then number three, calculate your rate. And you can do that by dividing your monthly goal by your billable hours. So if your goal is $5,000 and you can work 100 billable hours, your rate would be $50 per hour. Managing invoices efficiently is key to getting paid on time and keeping your cash flow healthy. This simple guide will help you navigate through the invoicing process, especially if you are just starting out. First, make sure your invoices are clear and detailed, okay? Include your business name, contact information, a detailed description of the services provided, the agreed price, and the total amount due. Don't forget to add payment terms like due in 14 days. This helps avoid confusion and make sure clients know exactly what they are paying for and when. When you are just getting started, there is no need for complicated software, okay? You can start with a simple invoice template, which you will find in the exclusive guides and documents section in the community's classroom. If you are not a member of our community yet, you can join for free at webdesignerscollective.com, and then you will have access to all these documents and stuff. This will help you create professional invoices quickly and easily. As your freelance web design business grows, consider using invoicing software like FreshBooks, Wave, or QuickBooks. I recommend using QuickBooks because it's the one I'm most familiar with. And I don't have any affiliations with them, so it's just my honest advice. These tools make it easy to create professional invoices, track payments, and send automatic reminders for overdue payments. They will also help you stay organized and save time, especially when working with multiple clients. It's very important to send invoices promptly, so get in the habit of sending an invoice as soon as the project is completed or after you've reached an agreed milestone. And the faster you send it, the faster you will get paid. And also make it easy for clients to pay, okay, by offering multiple payment options. You could accept bank transfers or credit card payments through services like Stripe. The more ways clients can pay, the fewer delays you will encounter. Sometimes clients pay late and that sucks, but if a payment is overdue, stay calm and reach out to them. It's perfectly normal to follow up professionally. You can send a polite reminder via email or use invoicing software to automate the process. You could also just give them a call, okay? Just say something like this. Hi, I hope you are doing well. Just a quick reminder that the invoice from, the date is due soon. Let me know if you need any further information. Thanks. Just a subtle nudge. And avoid bringing up your personal expenses or pressures in this first message, okay? Stay firm but polite. Never rude, never desperate. Stay elegant at all times. And obviously, this is difficult because there are real pressures, okay? However, standing your ground will help you build your character. Don't forget to include taxes on your invoices as well if required. Follow the tax laws in your country to ensure you are compliant, as staying on top of your taxes helps you avoid legal issues later. Finally, stay organized and track your invoices. Keep a record of which invoices are paid and which are still pending. This will help you stay on top of your finances and know when to follow up on unpaid invoices. By following these steps, invoicing will become much more simpler and efficient. You will have peace of mind knowing you are getting paid on time and also keeping your freelance web design business finances in order. Stick to this process and you will save time while keeping your cash flow healthy, allowing you to focus on what matters the most, growing your web design business. In this lesson, you learn about understanding pricing models, calculating your rate, and creating and managing invoices. Now it's time to move to the next lesson. As a freelance web designer, your financial health is directly tied to how well you plan for your future. Unlike traditional employees, you are responsible for managing your taxes, planning for savings, and ensuring you have enough to cover emergencies and retirement. And this might seem overwhelming at first, but once you understand the key principles, you'll be able to manage your finances with confidence. In this lesson, I will guide you through everything you need to know about taxes, deductions, record keeping, and savings. The goal here is to help you build a financial foundation that supports your freelance journey, whether you are just starting out or looking to scale your business. Understanding your tax obligations as a freelance web designer can feel overwhelming, especially since tax systems and rules vary greatly across different countries. However, there are a few general principles that can help you stay on track, no matter where are you located. First, it's important to recognize that freelancers are responsible for managing and paying their own taxes. Unlike traditional employees, you won't have an employer handling this for you. Depending on your country, this usually includes income tax and in many cases, social contributions or self-employment taxes. Staying informed about your local tax requirements is crucial. So make it a habit to check government websites or consult with a tax professional who understands the regulations in your region. Another key point is to pay close attention to tax deadlines. Many countries require freelancers to make regular tax payments, either monthly, quarterly, or annually. Missing these deadlines can lead to penalties, so it's important to know when payments are due in your area. Keeping a calendar with important tax dates and setting reminders can help you avoid the stress of last-minute payments. Additionally, using accounting software to automate these processes can save you time and reduce the risk of error. Proper record keeping is also essential, okay? As a freelancer, you need to track all your income and expenses to accurately report your earnings and claim deductions where applicable. These deductions can significantly lower your taxable income, so it's important to know which expenses qualify as business related. As mentioned earlier, using accounting software or apps to maintain organized records will make tax time much more easier and help you monitor your overall financial health. Lastly, consulting with a tax professional can be very valuable. Tax laws can be very complex, okay, and change over time. So getting advice from someone familiar with your country's regulations can save you from costly mistakes, especially when you are scaling your business. This is especially important if you work with international clients or have multiple sources of income. Do not hesitate to invest in professional help when you start making money. By following these guidelines, you can confidently navigate your tax obligations and keep your freelance web design business running smoothly. Here is a pro tip. As a general rule of thumb, save 20 to 30% of your income for taxes, depending on your country's tax rates. However, if you live in a high tax region or have higher earnings, consider saving 35 to 40%, to cover additional liabilities like VAT, state taxes, or social security contributions. For those in a low or zero tax regions like the United Arab Emirates or Andorra, you may not need to save as much for taxes, but it's still wise to stay informed on any local fees or regulations. And don't forget that deductible expenses such as home office costs or business travel can reduce your taxable income, helping you save more. You can also explore legal strategies to reduce taxes, such as maximizing retirement contributions, taking advantage of tax credits, or using offshore accounts in compliance with the tax laws. Finally, consult a tax professional to get personalized advice based on your location and income. This way, you will always be prepared when payments are due and can take full advantage of any tax-saving opportunities available for you. As I mentioned earlier, tax deductions and credits can significantly reduce the amount of taxes you owe, and understanding how they work can help you maximize your savings. While the specifics of what can be deducted vary based on your country's tax laws, the general principle is the same, okay? You can lower your taxable income by deducting business-related expenses. Deductions allow you to subtract certain costs directly related to your business from your taxable income. As a freelancer, you can usually deduct expenses like business equipment, laptops, monitors, or office tools, and also home office expenses, like a portion of your rent, electricity, or internet costs if you work from home. And other things as well, like work-related travel, for example, flights, hotels, and transportation. And software subscriptions, such as design tools or project management apps. These deductions can significantly lower the amount of income on which you will be taxed, providing much-needed relief during tax season. On the other hand, tax credits work differently, by directly reducing the amount of tax you owe, rather than reducing your taxable income, okay? So it's different. Depending on your location, common tax credits include those for retirement contributions, such as a 401k in the United States, eco-friendly home office improvements, or educational expenses. Here is a pro tip. It's crucial to stay organized by keeping receipts of invoices for all deductible expenses throughout the year. You don't need to invest in expensive software early on, okay? Free tools like Google Drive or Dropbox are sufficient for storing digital copies of your receipts. Simply scan or take a photo of your receipts and organize them into folders by category and date. This way, when tax season arrives, you'll have everything ready to file your taxes smoothly and avoid any issues if you are audited. And remember to always consult a tax professional to ensure you are compliant with tax laws specific to your region, so you can make the most of available tax saving opportunities. Now let's talk about keeping records. Keeping accurate records is essential for managing your taxes, budgeting, and overall financial health as a freelance web designer. The first thing to track is income, which includes all payments from clients or other freelance work. Using a dedicated bank account for your business is highly recommended, okay, as it allows you to easily separate personal and business finances, making tracking simpler and more efficient. So I recommend setting up both a business and personal Wise account. With Wise, you can open a personal account along with your business account. So basically, both accounts will live under the same roof, but they will be separated, so it's very convenient. I will leave a link in the description so you can open an account. It's free. Alright, also efficiently managing your receipts and invoices is just as crucial. Tools like Dex can automatically scan and store receipts, seamlessly integrating with QuickBooks for smooth organization. Always categorize documents by date and type for easy access. To stay on top of your finances, review your bank statements regularly and ensure all business transactions are accurately categorized in your accounting software or financial records. Setting a weekly or monthly review schedule helps keep everything organized and ensures no transactions are missed, reducing stress during tax season. And here is a pro tip. Retain business records for at least 5 years or longer depending on your country's tax laws, okay, to safeguard your business against potential audits and disputes. To end this module, let's talk about planning for savings. As a freelance web designer, your income may fluctuate, okay, making it essential to plan for your savings carefully to ensure long-term financial stability. Because what often happens is that people get paid, all right, and they spend most of the money, and that's a mistake because sometimes there are fluctuations and it's smart to save some of it, okay? This fund should cover 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses, such as rent, food, and any unexpected bills during slow periods. For example, if your monthly expenses are $2,000, aim to save at least $6,000 as a financial safety net. And obviously, when you are just getting started, your savings might be $0, and that's okay. Just keep saving steadily until you build up that emergency fund. The key is to stay consistent even if you start small, because each contribution will bring you closer to your goal. And remember to keep this fund in an easily accessible savings account or Wise digital jar, because that ensures you have quick access when needed, giving you peace of mind during uncertain times. While freelancers don't have employer-sponsored retirement plans, it's essential to try to take charge of your future financial health by setting aside money for retirement. You have learned already about the importance of consistency in savings, and this applies just as much to your retirement funds. Many countries offer tax advantages for contributions to retirement accounts, such as IRAs, personal pensions, or similar plans. Be sure to check with your local financial institutions to explore the best options available in your region. And keep in mind that even if you are starting small, building the habit of regular contributions can make a significant impact over time. And investing in diversified portfolios or index funds through platforms that offer retirement accounts allows your money to grow steadily, providing long-term growth potential. Once you have built a stable financial base, you could consider investing in startups as a high-risk, high-reward strategy. These investments can bring you substantial returns if the startup succeeds. However, it's crucial to carefully research each opportunity and understand the risks. Consulting a financial advisor who specializes in venture capital or high-growth investments can help you make informed decisions and mitigate risks. In this lesson, you've learned about your tax obligations, tax deductions and credits, keeping records, and planning for savings. As a conclusion, mastering your finances is one of the most important skills you can develop as a freelancer. In this module, you've learned how to take control of your income, taxes, and savings in a way that sets you up for long-term success. From understanding your tax obligations to taking advantage of deductions and credits, you now have the tools to confidently navigate the financial side of freelancing. You also know the importance of keeping detailed records, tracking your income and expenses, and saving for the future. Whether it's through maintaining an emergency fund or planning for retirement, you are now better equipped to handle financial fluctuations and ensure your business is sustainable. Remember, small steps can make a big difference. Take what you've learned here and apply it consistently, and you will see how a solid foundation not only brings peace of mind, but also opens up new opportunities for growth and success. Alright, congratulations on completing Module 6. In the next module, you will dive into the exciting world of AI and learn how to use it to become a super designer. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next module.